I'm lucky. I got the 12 by 12 and the A4, so just every single scrap of it is beautiful. I'm just in love with this paper line. I can't wait to make the mini albums and other things that I've got in mind for this project, because I've got all the little bits and pieces, bells and whistles that goes with it too. I'll show you those in a second. Alright, so how I do this is I find the center here. So I'm going to take off the tape backing just off that side there first. Okay. I'm going to take one of these, get the right way. Now, I'm going to do it because these are not going to join up. It needs a little bit more, I think. Let's just test that theory out. Yeah, it's going to need a little bit more. So what I might do, we're going to start from the back. Now, we're going to take the top strip off. And we're going to take the left strip off. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put some wet glue along here. Now you can use your wet glue like the Scotch Quick Dry, or you can use a glue stick. And now I'm going to center it, and hopefully this is straight, so that I've got an inch overhanging either side. And that looks pretty darn okay. All right, really rub that down. Then I'm going to take off this side strips. I'm going to get the glue. Oh dear, it's nearly out. I think it's out. Okay. It's all right. We'll work with that. Oh, I know what I need. Hang on, I might have another one. Hold on. All right, quickly can't see it. Let me get the A-lanes. Okay, now what I want to do here is I want to go and put the glue just on the edge there where those two pieces join as well. Okay. And then help it on its way. Okay, really rub in that glue. Okay, and then I'm going to do this last bit. So we're just going to take off the right edge as well. We're leaving that bottom piece on just for now. And I'm going to put the glue in that join there where the chipboard pieces join, and I'm just going to put the glue on here, and then we'll stick that down there. Okay, now I'll really reinforce that. Okay, that's what we've got so far. We're going to continue on now. That was the back, so I think what I might do is do the front first here. So now we're going to put embellishments and things on it so that we're going to cover these joins, so don't worry too much about that. Okay, so let's get the right side up. Take off the right side, the top backing. Let's put some glue down here. Like that. Now we've got to try and line this up. Yeah, I'll just do that one there. Okay. Alright, and let's, we really didn't want to take that top backing off, but that's okay. We'll live with it. Come on, I'm just there. No, there. That'll do. Okay. Let's do the next bit. Honestly, this is not as hard as I make it look. It's quite easy. It's just the pressure on me today. Okay. Let's press that over there. And then this last bit here, take that off. And then get the glue on the sides there and on here. Oh, let's just do this side here. And there we go. See, we've got a 1/2 inch overlap, but that's okay because we're going to put some other stuff on the front, some other embellishments. Okay. Okay. So that's it so far, but we need to do that strip there first. Okay, so I've got to get the other piece here, and all I want to do is I want to get the most out of this paper. You're doing an awesome job at every... Oh, Ella, this paper is stunning. They have outdone themselves with this. I think it just covers everyone's must-haves in a paper line. All right, so I need 6 inches of this, but I only need about, I'm going to do, say, 2 inches. I'm going to overlap it about 2 inches. So I'm just going to come down to what I think is about 6 inches on this ruler trimmer. And, okay, because I want to make sure that I can get the most out of this paper. I've got a lot of projects to make. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to put our double-sided tape on here. And I have never put any of it back. All right, so that can go along there. I wonder if I can find anything on this desk. Now the beauty of doing covering it this way is that you haven't got your raw edges showing, and you don't have to go and ink all the paper if you don't want to. You can leave it as is. All right. Reinforce that tape. Okay, so then that's going to get stuck down there. Now remember, we've got tape on there, but we want to put some wet glue in here. Just cause. All right, and let's make sure it's up the right way. And if I had have done this right, I would have lined that up nicely so that it looked like it was seamless, but no. All right, that's done there. All right, now what we've got to do is fold these over, and the best way to do that is take your craft knife. If I could find it right here. Now it's going to be hard to try and show you. Well, let me take my scissors. So in these corners here, I'm cutting probably about 1/4 inch from the curved corner fold thing to just about 1/8 or to a 1/16 of an inch above the chipboard corner there. So if you just see there what I've done, okay, there. All right, and then this bit will get folded over. So let's just do all 4 corners first, and I like to use my craft knife. I can get it more accurate that way, and I can, because you've got to cut your lines so that they go inside, like they fit along that edge. Okay, so because if you go in right into the corner, you've got the thickness of the chipboard there, so it's really hard to fold it over. So make sure you've got enough, you've given yourself enough room. All right, so then we're going to do these, but first I like to put, shock horror, a little wet glue just in that corner there. Okay, and then very, very carefully fold that over, and I like to set it down to do this. I get my craft knife and I just gently prod it so it goes in there, but then I can crease it. Okay, so it sits down creased on the sides there. Sorry, trying to get it there. Okay. Very technical here, Eileen. Very technical terms. All right, I'm going to do the same to all four corners. So I'm just going to put the glue on there because I'm just going to rip, tear, bust, do this and probably rip it, but hey, you get that. All right, so all I'm doing is bringing that in, folding it over, getting my bone folder and creasing it down in the middle there. Same to each corner. And you really got to be careful when you're pulling it over, because it, depending on how much room you've left, it can rip. So you just got to be very careful. I don't know. Oh no, one more. Okay. Don't, just be gentle with it. Okay, gentle. All right, that's done. Now we can then fold these over, but before I fold those over, again, I like to reinforce it with the wet glue. It just helps. It really does. Just on the edges there. Oh, you know what I haven't done? Before we do that, let's get our paper piercing tool and pierce our holes before we do that. Phew, that was a close call. All right, so then I'm going to pull that over. I'm going to really burnish that edge and stick it down. Okay, doing the same to this one, pulling it, really burnishing those edges and pressing it down. All right, now I can reinforce those holes there. All right, now I've got to do the holes over here. So what I do is I just stick it in there and press it down through each of those holes that I've made for the hinges on the back. Okay, before I fold this paper down. Oh, I can't even find that hole. Okay, so just reinforcing them so I can see them when I've folded it over. Okay, where's this one? How did I do that one? See, I can't even see them or feel them. Oh, that's one, I think. Best be doubly sure. Okay. Where are they? Oh, yeah. Really? There? I hope so. Phew. There. There. And there. And then there. There and there. All right. Now, I'm putting the wet glue on the top edge right along it. And then I'm folding my lid. And then I'm pulling it really tightly, firmly, reinforcing, burnishing that edge and pressing it down. Okay, and let's do the last two sides. one and that one. Okay. Just be careful when you're burnishing it, because it does weaken the paper, or, you know, it wets the paper, that wet glue, so just don't be too strong with it. Okay, and there is the top section all covered. Okay, all nice and neat. We do the same thing to the bottom. So again, I'm just cutting out a V, and yes, no, I'm taking this backing off now because it's a pain trying to get it off after I cut them. So let me just pull those off. Okay, and then get my craft knife and cut these corners out. Well, I'm not cutting them out. Remember, I'm just doing the same as I did for the inside, because we're going to fold those over. It actually helps to cover those corner areas, so you don't see any raw chipboard. Okay, so again, I'm going to get the wet glue. Oh, it is Barry. I can't wait to start doing the top piece of it, and even decorating the front and that. I mean, just because we've covered it with paper doesn't mean it's done and dusted. I want to, this is something I really want to embellish the heck out of. So, well, you know, as far as I can embellish the heck out of, which is brings me to my thoughts here. It just amazed me that Barry and Carol wanted me on their design team, because if any of you have followed me, and Eileen can testify to this, that I am totally not a frou-frou gal. I am practical. I don't like a lot of flowers and embellishments and that on projects. My projects are they're workhorses, basically. So I'm going to try and embellish it as best I can. Well, it's just my way of thinking here. Midnight Scrapper, I can't remember your name, so sorry. It's my logical brain and my way of doing, oh yeah, logical. I'm not so logical half the time, but it's just how my brain works. That's how I get done. And see, that reinforces, like we had hinges on the inside, but we didn't have hinges on the outside, but that paper's going to reinforce that. Now, we can also reinforce it again by putting some more hinges on here to give it a good look, and it'll also sort of keep it square and nice. But it's pretty darn, but like it's durable. It's fairly good. So yeah, I was a bit shocked that Barry and Carol would want me on their design team, but I guess there's a need for storage and boxes and not so embellished stuff. I mean, I could never ever do what the other ladies do. Like Sandra is just amazing when she embellishes her stuff. Ash is just so, she's a lot like me, but she can embellish really well, you know, not like me. So yeah, we'll get there. I'll try. I will try. It's just hard. It's just not in my nature. Like, they got me, sorry, they got me to do pink yesterday. Or when did I stream? Was it yesterday? No, the day before. Pink. And I'm not a pink person. All right, that's done. It's now 5 to 12. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this top bit done. You guys are tired. So I think we'll do this next Wednesday. Continue on with it. Because I want to, I don't want to rush it, and I want you guys to understand how these pieces are put together and the reasoning behind doing cutting our paper or marking our paper beforehand and all that. So I really want, I'm so sorry that I didn't get to finish it. I really thought I would. But yeah, if you go to my blog, you'll see the cutting guide there, and it will show you, well, it'll tell you that you're going to need so many of these thin strips here for the top, for this section here. And that's not structural. It's not structural at all. So it's only embellishing. So you need to wrap these strips of chipboard just like you would a cover of a book mini album or something. Okay, so if you wanted to do that, and even, do you want, what I could do though is, like, you guys should be able to do this yourselves anyway. You can put this in your embossing folder and emboss it, and then just paint it over with some black gesso or black paint, whatever you've got. Let it dry, and then just rub over some of your Gilda's paste or Inca Gold or things like that. Thanks, guys. Oh, I hope so. I just get so nervous and quick, and yeah, I just hope I don't miss anything or stuff anything up or confuse you guys. But yeah, also what I think I need to do here is ink that with that walnut stain as well, just in case. But we are going to wrap these raw edges here. These will be hidden, I think.